This is the second day of my top 5 passive income ideas mini-series. This series will span the entire week and will give you a daily video focused on each item in my list. Today's video is all about making passive income from self-publishing books. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Stephen Carlson Show. I'm Stephen Carlson. I'm a tech entrepreneur, real estate investor, author, YouTuber, and I'm even a volunteer paramedic. By the end of this mini-series, you will have 5 great ideas of how you can make extra money every single day of the month. If you're watching this in real time as I upload, make sure that you click subscribe and the notification bell so you get a notification when each daily video is released. Now, if you're watching this after I release the entire series, make sure you check out the playlist that I've created for you. The link is in the description. As many of you know, I have written and published 2 books. The first is about American political history, and the second is about online cyberbullying and stalking. Both books were written in my spare time and took about 2.5, maybe 3 months each to write. If I was more focused on them at the time, I probably could have knocked each book out in about a month. Choosing what subject you are very passionate about and knowledgeable about will make writing much more manageable. Currently, I make about $750 to $1,000 per month on my Amazon book sales, and a few hundred from Audible versions every month. Writing a book and getting it published is actually a multi-step process, and it's kind of multiple little small projects all in one. The first, obviously, you need to write your manuscript. Now, there are many professional manuscript writing software programs on the market, and I've tried a lot of them. Each of them had their pluses and minuses, but in the end, the easiest was just to use Google Doc. I love the flexibility of being able to work anywhere I was. Didn't matter if it was work, home, or I'm out eating lunch. The downside to using Google Docs or Microsoft Word is there's no real easy, at least in my opinion, to properly typeset, format this for printing. But I did find an easy solution, but let's just not get ahead of ourselves. After writing my manuscript, I went over to Fiverr and I found an editor that could handle the proofreading, grammar checking, and kind of assist with the overall flow of my work. Now, if you are going to go the Fiverr route, I highly recommend that you check their reviews and that you hire one of the Fiverr pros. I found one by the name of Alex, and I've worked with her on a few different projects. One benefit of using Google Docs or Microsoft Word is I was able to easily share my document with her, and I could also track all of her revisions. I recommend you do the same way. That way you know exactly what they have changed, and you can quickly approve or remove any changes they have made. Remember, it's your book, and after all, you have the final say. Now, a good editor will take their time and not rush through this project. Make sure you budget plenty of time depending on the length of your book. For me, it took about 2 weeks to get the final draft returned to me. While your manuscript is being worked on by your editor, you have a few other things you need to tackle. How are you going to publish your book? Will it be paperback, hardcover, ebook, audio, etc.? Now, each option is going to take you down a slightly different path, but don't fret. It's not that difficult, and I'll guide you through it. By far, the easiest is Kindle eBook and Amazon paperback publishing. Both of these can be handled within the Kindle direct publishing tools available from Amazon. At the time of this video, the website address is kdp.amazon.com. Creating an account is simple, and they pretty much handle everything for you. There is no need to purchase an ISBN, as Amazon will provide you one for their imprint. Now, if you're not exactly sure what that is, don't worry, I'm going to cover that next. If you also want to publish your book in hardcover, other ebook formats, which is outside of the Kindle store, or be available in retail bookstores, then you're going to have a little additional work ahead of you. This is because Amazon does not offer hardcover book printing. You will need to use a third-party company to print your book. Now, there are many companies out there to provide hardcover publishing, and after some researching, I decided to go to Lulu, as at least for me, they met my needs. Now, before you can go to Lulu to print your book, you're going to need to purchase an International Standard Book Number, that's the ISBN, to identify your imprint. The annoying thing about an ISBN is that it is unique not only to the book title, but also the format. Okay, now what I mean by that is a paperback versus a hardcover book each has its own ISBN. Now, as I said a minute ago, Amazon gives you a free ISBN to use on their paperback book. But for hardcover or any other format outside of Amazon, you're going to need to purchase unique ISBNs for. Now, I used a company called Boker and purchased their 10-pack for $295. Now you just have to wait for your final edited draft book to come back from your editor. Once you have this in hand and you're satisfied with all of the changes made, now is time to get your manuscript typeset. This is a specific format that makes your book ready for print. There are services out there that will provide this service for you, and they will properly set all the margins on your pages, add the page numbers, footnotes, index, glossary, if needed, etc. And they will provide you with print-ready PDF of your book. Now, technically, you can do all this work yourself, but if anything goes wrong, your print will look bad. For me, it was well worth the cost, and I think I paid like $100 for it. Once again, of course, I used Fiverr. I found a gentleman that typeset my book and provided me the PDFs for print and also the ebook formats for Kindle and EPUB. Now it sounds like you're done, right? Nah, you still have a little more work ahead of you. Now you're gonna need to get a book cover design. For my book, America Hijacked, I enlisted the services of political cartoonist Ben Garrison. He designed the front and back cover and provided me with print-ready PDFs for both the paperback and hardcover. Now, it's important to note, paperback and hardcovers have different size requirements for the cover. As you can see here on one of my hardcover books, the flap extends past the edge and wraps around. Additionally, the paperback from Amazon design should not have a barcode on the design, as Amazon will print the barcode directly on the cover for you. However, the hardcover book that you print with Lulu will need your ISBN barcode on the back as part of the design when you submit your book. Amazon and Lulu can give you the exact size your cover will need to be, and this is calculated based upon the final number of printed pages in your book. This is why you cannot finalize your book cover design until you've had your book typeset and know the correct number of printed pages. Now, finally, you can submit your print-ready PDFs to the publishers. Amazon, Kindle, and paperback printing are straightforward to use, and the process is handled quickly within their system. Now, I highly recommend that you purchase a print proof of your book before Amazon releases it to the store. In my case, my cover design was slightly offset to one side. Once the proof arrived in the mail, I was able to quickly correct the graphic and resubmit it. From the moment I submitted my book to Amazon, it was less than a week before the proof was delivered to my house. And after I approved the print, it was online in their bookstore within about a day or two. As I said, I used Lulu for the hardcover and physical copies in brick and mortar stores. While at Amazon, it was optional to purchase a proof copy of your book, Lulu requires it. But honestly, even if they didn't require it, I highly recommend you get a proof copy printed, sent to you just so you can double check everything. Their process was similar to Amazon, and within a few days, the book had arrived at my house. Once you approve your book for distribution within Lulu, now the hardcover book will be available from Lulu's online store, Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, and will be available for bookstores worldwide to order. Now, it took a few weeks for the hardcover Lulu printed book and the softcover Amazon printed book to show up under the same listing on Amazon.com. For the first few days, it would show up as two separate books, but Amazon was able to link them together in the background. This allows people that find your book to choose if they want to purchase a paperback, Kindle, or hardcover at checkout. Whichever book format they choose, either Amazon or Lulu will print the book on demand and drop ship it directly to your customer. There is no need for you to maintain inventory. Both Amazon and Lulu offer to you, as the author, the ability to purchase copies of the book at a heavily discounted rate. The fees cover the cost of printing and shipping, and with these books, you can do anything you would like with them. You can sell them at conferences, give them away, use them for promotions, whatever you like, they are your books. I also recommend that you sign up for Amazon's Author Central. It's a free service that allows you to create an author bio and link all of your books together within Amazon. Currently, the URL is authorcentral.amazon.com. Now, one downside to Amazon is how they allow anyone to write a review on your book, even if they haven't purchased it. Sadly, I get a lot of that give my book a 1-star review claiming X, Y, and Z about it. Yet they've never purchased it, nor have they read it. As much as it sucks, this is a necessary evil and you must deal with it with Amazon, as they are by far the largest book marketplace in the world. Now lastly, and yes, this really does need to be last, you can publish your book in audio format to Audible using acx.com. The process is much easier if your paperback book is already in Amazon's system before trying to create your audiobook. If you want to record the audio yourself, you can. And this allows you to keep all of the royalty payments from Amazon for your book. They also offer the ability for you to hire a professional to read your book for you. This is all handled seamlessly within ACX, and the interface was pretty straightforward to use. Now, first, you put out a request for bids by posting a few pages of your book manuscript. Voice professionals will record a sample of your book for you to review. Once you choose an individual that you like, you can negotiate a payment for their services. You can either pay them a flat fee to do the recording, or you can split your Audible royalty payments with them. It's really up to you whichever you choose. Now, you're also going to need a square version of your book cover design. Why they don't just use the standard book cover size as their thumbnail is completely beyond me, but it is what it is. So make sure that your graphics designer also provides you an Audible formatted version of your book cover. Once you are published, you will start to get your royalty payments in about 90 days after the book sell, and this will be automatically deposited to your bank account once a month. Now, while we're on the subject of getting paid, doesn't matter which service you use, Amazon, Lulu, Audible, or whatever, if you are based within the United States, you will be required to enter your tax ID number before you can get paid. You can either enter your personal SSN, or you can set it up using a business EIN. In next month's mini-series, I will go over all the ins and outs of starting a business, and I will cover setting up an EIN for your business, so you can save money and taxes at the end of the year. Now make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so that you'll be alerted when new videos are ready. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you like and subscribe, share it with your friends. Doing so really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next one.